So yeah, let's talk about overthinking today. Because on your growth journey, a big problem that a lot of people are going to face is that their mind will constantly give them thoughts about things that are not in their control, about things that are in their control, and so many mixed up things. So the default position is that of chaos. When a child is born, when a kid comes into this life, everything, they do not know anything, so it's chaos everywhere. So gradually, when they start to learn names and they start to make sense of things, then there's some order that comes into all of this chaos. Likewise, our mind is always filled up with uncertainty, confusion, chaos, messiness, and all the negative things. And after a conscious learning and after a time of introspection, reflection on different things, after reflections, we kind of start to make sense of things. So, overthinking um, is basically a problem on this growth journey. So, how do people feel this? They get a lot of thoughts. So whenever they are trying to start something, I'm focusing on people who are trying to start something because that's how it should start. Um, we cannot jump on to discussing the problems that come later on. So decision paralysis, I covered a video on that before. And today we will be talking about overthinking because that's another problem that we have to deal with. And there must be many different ways to tackle it, but the one way that has helped me a lot is basically a quote by Lucius Annius Seneca. This was a philosopher who lived in ancient Rome about 2000 years ago. Seneca is quite famous in philosophy. He has great works. I absolutely admire one of his essays on shortness of life. It's a 12-page essay that is so deep and that has a lot of wisdom in it. But the quote of Seneca that has helped me a lot in terms of dealing with overthinking is, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Okay, what does that mean? That means we suffer more here than out there. So yes, we definitely, there are people who suffer a lot outside their mind, but uh, the suffering that comes inside your mind is a lot exaggerated. I'll give you an example. So if I'm making this video, right, in the process of it, I'll have to spread this video so that a lot more and more people get to watch it. Now my mind will come up with a negative thought that will be, you know what, you if you DM people this video, they will not like it. They might send some hateful things, they might say some hateful things, they might block you, they might just get fed up with you, and so on and so forth. Now that's my mind. My mind has already started giving me the suffering, but my experience tells me that I have been DMing people my videos and my work and my products. The result that I've been getting is a lot different from what my mind tells me. So in the real world, I've not suffered much, but in my mind, I haven't even started doing it yet, and my mind will give me that suffering. So that's what this quote tells me about. It tells me that my mind, I will suffer more in my imagination than I'll suffer in reality. This empowers me. This tells me, all right, whatever the negative thoughts that I'm getting are part of the process. I just have to go through them. Okay, the reality might turn out the way my mind is projecting it, but it may not. There's a chance of things going super good. So, let's suppose you are trying to, you like someone. If you're a girl, you like a boy. If you're a boy, you like a girl. And there's all kinds of homos these days as well. We'll just exclude them. So yeah, so you want to approach a girl, but you're scared. Your suffering has already started. You'll be coming up with negative scenarios like, what if that girl slaps you? What if that girl, you know, uh, just starts yelling at you, or so many things. Now, that's your mind giving you the suffering already. Now, if you remember Seneca's quote, which is, we suffer more in our imagination than in our reality, that will empower you, that will give you the confidence to go talk to that girl, because without talking to that girl, you cannot befriend her, and without befriending her, you cannot um, proceed with whatever you want. All right. So this could be applicable in so many other ways. If you are at your workplace and if you're asked to present something, that's again your mind will come up giving you negative situations. um, what if your boss calls you out? What if your presentation goes bad? Now this is overthinking. All right, so to tackle that, I have tackled it using this understanding of Seneca's code: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And there's a different perspective on it that also feels true, which is, we enjoy more in our imagination than in our reality. I'll give you another example for that. It would be if there's a concert or something, if there's a party or something. Now it's 2 days from now. So we have New Year's parties right now. Now your mind will cook up so many pleasures that you will have. It will tell you it's going to be fun. There will be a lot of people. Will rock and roll. Things like that. But when you end up at the party, what you'll realize is you will not get the welcome that you have been thinking of. You'll not be the center of the attention. You will be secluded in some corner. You'll only be with the people who know you. Most of them will still ghost you. So, what that tells you, if that's not your experience, I'm sorry for that, but I think a lot of the times this is how it goes. So, we enjoy more in our mind, in our imagination, than in the reality, and we suffer more in our imagination than in the reality. So, if you are trying to do something and you're getting all these thoughts from the overthinking, remember this quote from Seneca and do it anyways. Do not do some crappy stuff. All right. So if you're approaching some girl, do it in the mannerisms that are, uh, socially acceptable, or that are acceptable. Do not just, do anything you want. Right. There has to be some understanding of that as well. But if you're a decent guy, you can go talk to her without all this chatter in your mind. Even if there's all this chatter, you can understand that this is part of the process. Our mind is designed to protect us, to save us from harm. But if we do not control it the way it should be, then it protects us from totally nearly everything, and we do not want that. We need to have some exposure to different things in order to learn and proceed. So you can, I believe I have tackled my overthinking with this understanding that a lot of the negative scenarios that are coming up in my mind will only be in my mind, and they will not materialize in my reality. And I think this can help you with that. If this does not help you, keep learning. Keep learning, make your own solutions, be creative. You can come up with your own solutions. And if something works for you, share it with us, just like I am sharing this with you. And this is how we grow further. This is how we, bring 1% improvement in ourselves almost every day, all the way. Right? I hope this was helpful. I'll see you again.